Good morning. Before we begin today, I'd like to start by taking a breath. So if you'd like to breathe along with me, let's begin. Just big breath in and hold. Big breath out. And one more time, big breath in and hold. And big breath out. And one final time. Big breath in. And hold. And then... Okay. Here are the main reasons that you want to retire before age 55. Reason number one, most likely you're either going to get pushed out of your job or you're going to incur a health problem. Or even worse, both will happen at the same time. You'll face deteriorating health along with being pushed out of your job. It's nothing personal. It will feel personal, but keep in mind the employer that you're working for is simply trying to cut costs. They're trying to operate with the least amount of expense possible. Now, that's just the ugly truth, okay? You probably won't think that in your 20s or 30s because you're the employee that's actually cheaper. When you get older, they're going to want to remove you. It's plain and simple. No offense. It's just the way it is, okay? So what I want you to start to think about is what can you do in your life to not just cut costs, but think about money differently. If you're just working to spend your money, you're not working to retire. Every dollar that you save, okay, is crucial to your future retirement. So you're probably asking yourself, why does every dollar matter? Here's why. If you've ever heard of the rule of 4%, where you have $1 million and you have a $40,000 lifestyle, the rule of 4% basically works like this. It's suggesting that you invest for 7%, 3% goes to inflation, and 4% is what you live off of. Well, if that's true, okay, every $100 that you have invested at 7% gives you $4 a year of new money to live off of. Another way to look at that is if you want to spend $1, it took $25 an entire year of work to create that $1 to spend. Okay? So if you're spending a single dollar, it took $25 an entire year to create that brand new dollar. Another way to think about the 4% rule is just to multiply any expense by 25. For example, if you tip $1, it costs $25 of annual income invested. If you want a new subscription for $15, it's going to cost you about $375 per month. If you go out and get a meal for $75, that's not $75, that's $1,875 that it cost you to have that meal. So when are we going to apply this rule of 25? Well, not obviously for every expense. Some things that we spend our money on bring us a great deal of joy, okay? Some things that we spend our money on, we simply have to, like taking care of our health, taking care of loved ones. I'm not saying to multiply everything by 25, or you'll never spend any money. However, if you're sitting on the fence about an expense or think it's something that you no longer need, multiply by 25, and that will give you the true cost of your income. Today, I want you to figure out one thing you can remove that's a regular monthly expense and one thing you can reduce that's within your control. It is so important to cut back on these things ruthlessly so you don't need $1 million to retire. And once again, thank you for your time, and feel free to sound off in the comments below.